What is the significance of the peace sign in the hippie movement? If you're curious about the 1960s and the symbols that defined an entire generation, you're probably wondering about the peace sign and its role in the hippie movement. Let's take a closer look at this iconic symbol and what it meant to the hippies. The peace sign, as we know it today, originated in the 1950s in the UK as a symbol of the British anti-nuclear movement. It was designed by Gerald Holtham, a Royal College of Art graduate and conscientious objector, for the campaign for nuclear disarmament. The symbol combines the semaphore signals for the letters N and D, standing for nuclear and disarmament, enclosed in a circle representing the Earth. By the mid-1960s, this symbol had crossed the Atlantic and become a central icon of the hippie movement in the United States. Hippies, who were largely white, middle-class youth feeling alienated from mainstream society, adopted the peace sign as a powerful symbol of their beliefs. It represented their advocacy for nonviolence, love, and personal freedom. Hippies wore the peace sign on clothing, necklaces, and even painted it on their vehicles and homes. It was a visual declaration of their opposition to the Vietnam War and their support for world peace. The phrase, "make love, not war," was a common mantra, and the peace sign was its visual counterpart. The peace sign also symbolized the hippies' rejection of commercialism and materialism. They favored a more natural and peaceful lifestyle, often living in communal or cooperative arrangements and adopting vegetarian diets. The symbol was frequently displayed alongside psychedelic colors and swirling patterns, reflecting the hippies' use of psychedelic drugs and their emphasis on spiritual growth and health foods. During the Summer of Love in 1967, the peace sign became even more prominent, appearing on posters, artwork, and even in music festivals. It was a time when the hippie movement was at its peak, advocating for openness, tolerance, and a return to a more natural way of living. The peace sign's significance extended beyond its anti-war message. It represented a broader desire for social change and a more peaceful world. It was a symbol of hope and optimism, reflecting the hippies' belief in the possibility of creating a better society through love, peace, and personal growth. Today, the peace sign remains a universal symbol of peace and freedom, used by people around the world to express their desire for a more peaceful and harmonious world. Its adoption by the hippie movement in the 1960s was a pivotal moment in its history, cementing its place as an enduring symbol of peace and nonviolence.